Hello, my name is Jerome McHenry and I'm here with my colleague
Eric Noel from Canada.
And we're here to show you how to conduct a bike check for elites. So the goal of this video is to show you how to use this bike measuring tool to check for the saddle position. We're also going to go through the checklist of things that you need to know when you're conducting the bike check. We're going to show you how to check for the handlebars, the brakes, the helmet, and finally how to check for the bike wheels. Okay, so the first part we're going to show you how to use the bike measuring tool. So this is the bike measuring tool that we built based off the plans that are on the World Triathlon website. So it's pretty simple. Here you have basically a ruler that we're going to use to measure the saddle position. Eric, I don't know if you have a appropriate close-up, but you can see here that we have the zero. The center of the bottom bracket will be aligned to the zero. And here you have -2 centimeters, -5 centimeters. So these are the marks that we're going to be using to check for the saddle position for the woman is -2, and -5 will be for men. So when conducting the bike check, you should always be 2 officials. One official will be responsible for holding the bike, and the other official will be responsible for using the bike measurement tool. Also make sure that no athletes is handling the bike. You only want this process to be handled by officials to avoid interference. So the first thing you're going to do is ask the official to bring the bike and align the center of the bottom bracket to your zero line. So here my zero line is right here, and I'm aligned to the center of my bottom bracket. Once that's done, you're going to take a pad, or the hand is not very precise, so I like to use this pad like this and put it at the edge of the extreme edge of the saddle, and you're going to take the measurement here.
The saddle, and now Jerome will put the pad just to look where I arrive the front of the saddle. Like, it's -6, it's a man bike, it's good.
For the woman, it's the same thing, but the measurement is -2 centimeters. So you want to make sure, basically, if your reading is at -1, that would need to be corrected, but -2, -3, and anything beyond that would be acceptable and would not need correction.
And we need correction, but not if you have a rules exception. Some athletes have some rules exemption, and they can race with the saddle position different, but it needs to be approved by World Triathlon. Now we will see the bike check form. We can find it in the World Triathlon website on the technical officials section. We will do it for a bike, for example, race number 4 at, for example, WTCS Montreal. We need to be 2 officials normally. One just take the notes, and the other can just set the good information. For example, for that bike, I will do it alone, but I will look. Bike brand, it's a Trek. Model, Madon. UCI sticker. Some bike have as UCI sticker, this one. And in that case, it's yes, we have it. Saddle position, it was -6 when we did it, and it's good for that bike. Rules exception on saddle position, not applicable. Front wheel, it's the bump trigger iolus. Back wheels, same. Disc brakes, not in the front and not in the back. Clip-on, here, no, we don't have handlebars, there's no clip-on. It's no in that case. And do we have technological fraud check? No, we don't have, it's not applicable. And we need to look for the brakes also. We can ask for the athletes to lift the bike, just turn the wheels. It's blocked, it's good. Doing with the rear wheels. That's good. If he brakes and the wheels continue to turn, he cannot enter inside transition. You need to go to bike mechanics to be sure to have good brakes. And this is and we have to look also for the plugs, just to be sure handlebar or plug. And normally it's just a visual inspection for us. We are looking, brand, named, and we just fill the sheets for the bike check.
Okay, so as you can see, this bike does not have clip-on handlebars. Now let's look at what happens if we do have clip-on handlebars. So just one note on clip-ons. It's important to know that these will no longer be accepted for elite races starting in 2023. But for the purpose of the video, let's see according to the rules in 2022 that apply to clip-ons. So first of all, in the first examples here, you can see the clip-ons go over the end of the brakes. So these handlebars would not be accepted. The athlete would have to go to a mechanical and have them either removed or put in the right position. So as you can see here, this is probably a position that's a lot more accepted. So what we'll do, we'll want to make sure that they're leveled with the handlebars. And if the handlebars touch the piece of wood while it's leveled, but don't go beyond, that would mean that it's accepted. Obviously, if, as we can see here, if it's a little bit too pushed, then you won't be able to level it correctly while touching the brakes. So that would not be accepted. It would still be too far ahead. You'd have to pull them back a little bit.
Yeah, or remove it. And you can find a plan of that tools on the World Triathlon website, also on the technical section. Now we will look for the helmet. The athletes need to arrive with his bike and his helmet on the head, well fastened. That's good here for the buckle. And you need to look also for the logo, if there's like a sponsor's logo on it, and inside if there's like cracks or problem. Now we will check for the wheels with the website. Very interesting. It wheellist.info here. You can have a look for all the wheels to be sure it's approved by UCI and World Triathlon for the draft legal events. For example, with that bike, we know it's the Bontrager Aeolus. I will put here Bontrager Aeolus 5. I will, okay. And now we can see Bontrager Aeolus 5, rim, okay, spoke, UCI wheel list. It's approved since 1st January 2016, and that's good. And we can have a look on the picture if you're not sure if the wheels is good. And now we have pictures from Google just to confirm it's the good wheels. And in that case, the wheels are good with the apps.
Okay, so we previously saw how to do a bike inspection for draft legal events for the elites. Now I'm going to show you how to do a bike inspection for non-drafting age group races. So the first thing you can do is do the measurement for the saddle position. So here it's the same principle as for the elites. You're going to line up the middle of the bottom bracket to your 0 line here, and you're going to come take your measurement. So as you can see, my saddle is at -2, which is perfectly acceptable. Basically for age group, the rule is a little bit different than for the elites. For the saddle position, anything from +5 to -15 is acceptable. Also ask the athlete to lift the wheel and to press on the brakes to make sure both brakes are working. The other thing that you want to do is look for the UCI time trial sticker. So as you can see, this bike has one. Most of the common brands will have this sticker. However, there are quite a few brands that don't have the sticker. So anything that's a traditional bike will be accepted. I'll just read you the definition of a traditional bike according to the rules. So the frame of the bike shall be of a traditional pattern, i.e. built around a closed frame or of straight or tapered tubular elements, which may be round, oval, flattened, teardrop, shaped, or otherwise in cross sections. So bikes built around a diamond shape where there's no saddle down tube like this, or with a rear triangle which does not connect at the top of the down tube or top tube sections are also considered acceptables. If it's not a traditional bike frame, you can also go to the ITU website and look for the list of pictures of bikes that have been approved by the ITU that are non-traditional. Okay, so thank you very much for watching the video.
Thanks everyone, hope you enjoy it, and if you have some questions, just refer to the World Triathlon competition rules and have fun.
Thank you.